Hey guys, what's up? Koilie here. So I just decided I'd hit up the Proving Grounds again the other day. Those of you that watched my stream probably saw me messing around in there during the first night of raiding Duality, since I was not in that raid, doing split raids and all. I'm in the third raid and I don't have an alt in either of the other raids. So anyway, got up there and I wiped at like 1% on the 20th wave, and I'm like, oh man, shoot. So I came back today with a plan, and I had some gear, and I was ready to go. So I took my challenge mode set, added in some of the newer pieces. It's not completely optimized, mind you, but it's pretty good. Like, I still could use double socket neck and triple socket leg, and a few other little tweaks, but it's a pretty solid set. So I came in here. I got the video sped up right now because the first 20 waves aren't really that hard, and my strategy's the same all throughout. See, each set of 10 has a pattern, and then every 10 it resets and you start at wave 1 again, although it'd be, you know, 21, 31, etc. The only difference is every single wave, the next wave is 1% more health. So by the time you get to the 30th wave, that boss is 30% more health than, you know, the first one you fight, basically, or a non-buffed one. So anyway, I'll show you a little bit about what I'm doing here in a minute. I'll let you watch the rest of this, and then when we get to wave 21, I'll start doing a little more detailed explanation, guys. Alrighty, see you then. Enjoy. So, you just saw the first boss there. He's, well, not too hard, but very close in rage timer, so to speak. It's going to be pretty clutch beating him, especially in the later waves. I had some 1% wipes a couple of times, actually. But I want to tell you a little bit about what I did with my gear here. Obviously, like challenge mode, you want to get as many sockets as you can. You want to get rid of set bonuses for better itemized, more socket stuff, because set bonuses will not work. Your legendary meta will not work. Your legendary gem, if you have a first tier weapon, will not work. And yeah, so basically you want a helmet with a regular meta gem. I used my engineering cogwheel helmet. You also want a your legendary cape proc will not work, but it will still have 3 stats, so it's still going to be good, and it has a socket, so it's worth wearing. So you're going to come in here, and what I did here was I geared myself with haste gearing in mind. All my sockets are pure haste, haste spirit, haste intellect. The reason I went with a haste gearing inside of a 463 scaled proving ground is because my brother deleted my old challenge mode trinkets, my Relic of Yulon and Light of the Cosmos, so all I have is RPPM trinkets. So I need haste to get good uptimes on them, basically. It's not bad either way. You're not going to see a massive difference, but you will potentially have better results with, for instance, like a Relic of Yulon and Light of the Cosmos that are on a timer and have great uptime, especially Light of the Cosmos has great uptime. It procs on a cooldown, and it's definitely going to be better than, you know, say it's Throne of Thunder counterpart, because, well, like I said, it's a regular proc, not a RPPM, and you could gem more intellect. So here we are, 20 waves down, and we're getting into the meat of it. This is the last 10 waves for getting your title. Now you can go further and be more of a badass, but this is just a guide on how to get your title for damage dealer. So the talents I'm running are Mindbender, Void Tendrils. Void Tendrils is not to be overlooked. You need it for the monkeys. But anyway, I'll get back to that. Mindbender, Great Burst, and it's pretty on demand. You're gonna want that. You don't want to deal with not having on demand damage for some of these aspects. I mean, Insanity's sort of on demand, but at the same time, you don't want to hold a bunch of DPs. It's easy to hold your bender though, if needed. So I'm taking Mindbender, and then I'm taking Twist of Fate for most of it. Every 10th wave, I'm switching Twist of Fate out for Power Infusion, and then switching Power Infusion back out for Twist of Fate as soon as it's off cooldown. It should be back up before the third wave. The third wave of each pack, you want that Twist of Fate back on. You need to not forget this. You can get by with Power Infusion if you need to, but Twist of Fate's just better rounded. So the third wave, you'll see it after this one, but there's a bunch of adds in the middle and 2 monkeys, and a Twist of Fate really helps you for getting all those piles of little adds in the center down. Now, if you notice these Banshees, they have this bomb timer above their head. If you've done this at all, you know you need to kill them. If the timer runs out, insta-wipe. So you always want to switch to those when they come out. Later waves, you'll get back-to-back Banshees, and you'll want to have a strategy in place for that. With Twist of Fate, it makes it a little easier because you'll be killing adds. The phase where 2 Banshees come out back-to-back, you'll have low adds giving you Twist of Fate, so it won't be a big problem. Now here you watch, I run into the pack immediately, and I go out with these 2 monkeys and I Void Tendril them. As long as you're inside the monkey circle, they won't hit you with their bananas. When they hit you with their bananas, your hit chance is lowered by 75%. Now you see I dotting up the monkeys and I'm just ignoring them so I can start AoEing down the adds. I'm also using a G91 Land Shark every time on this wave. It's good damage. It's about 500,000 damage for 1 global of cast time. So make sure you bring some Land Sharks for this one. And then you just AoE them down. Throw some Vampiric Touches out on the outlying ones because they'll usually be high health and avoid the AoE. If you're not low on mana though, just pain them up, spam some pains. Occasionally that monkey pack will separate and you'll only be able to Void Tendril 1. When that's the case, stay in the circle of the one you have Void Tendrilled and try to kill the one that isn't Void Tendrilled as fast as possible. Now here for this wave, you got 4 shield adds and 1 globule add in the middle. Now you know the globule add will summon globules that will encase you or whatever they hit in amber, increasing the damage they take by 50% and stunning them. So dot up the amber caster in the middle, and while he's dying, don't pour your direct damage into them, pour it into shield bearers, and then try to get the orbs on shield bearers. Obviously when this Banshee spawns, you want to switch to it ASAP, get it knocked down, and then just take this pack out. In later waves, if you're going for higher than 30s, you may want to leave the globule add up longer so you can encase everything in amber, because this will get very difficult when you start to get 40-50% increased health on these adds. Now you notice I've got a Berserker down, but I'm not using it. You want to keep those for later. So with this wave, I'm going to Void Tendril the monkey right away and dot him up. Then I'm going to get on the healer, dot him up, make sure to interrupt when he casts his heal or he'll heal the monkey up. I'm farming orbs and Twist of Fate off the monkey, not doing any direct damage, just letting my dots kill him. Now I'm going into the boss here, letting Twist of Fate stay up. When he starts to cast his heal, that's when I nuke him down. Take out the Banshee. As you can see, I'm not dumping my orbs because he's about to come out of his shell. As soon as he comes out here, since I've got 3 orbs at the start, I'm going to immediately dump them and then Mind Blast. If you don't have all your orbs at the start, I'd recommend not using your orbs because he's taking less damage now. Well, I'm confusing that, sorry. I dump my orbs there, obviously, because of shield drop. But when you get to these bosses that have the shields up, and if you have 3 orbs as soon as they spawn, this is more important for the 10th wave boss, but you can dump your 3 orbs into him. But if you have less than 3, don't dump orbs until shield comes down. This wave isn't too bad. You've got 2 healers and a bunch of adds in the middle. Primarily I use Divine Star for these adds in the middle, that's why I take it, because you got to be in suboptimal halo range a lot, and Divine Star is just nice. Fills some globals for movement on a lot of these waves with lots of just adds stacked all around. So I'm killing one of these primary focus. I'm putting dots up on both of them right away, plus dots on 2 of the adds. This way the adds will get low, giving me Twist of Fate, but also the healers will attempt to heal the adds in the middle instead of each other, so you can get them down faster. I don't interrupt either of the first heals. I save my interrupt for the second heal being cast by my kill target when they try to cast their second round. Now this wave, again, you want to Void Tendril the monkey, dot him up. You are going to want to kill the monkey relatively fast because you don't want him fucking you over with bananas throughout the fight. So I'm going to knock out the monkey in 1 amber globule. That way I don't have to worry about getting juked by an amber. Dot up the amber caster, but don't kill him. You're going to want to use his amber to take out these shield bearers. At least a few of them anyway. In these earlier waves, like I said, you'll be pretty good on time that you don't have to deal with the orbs as long if you want to just get them killed. Just get a few amber globules, get you ahead on DPS a little bit. Now, you see I've got 2 berserkers down right now. I mess up a little bit here with my rocket boots failing, but also I was a little behind anyway, so I do grab my berserker. That's one thing with leaving the berserkers up. You always want 1 berserker for your wave 10 boss. 2 is better, but it's nice to have that second one for an oh shit moment like I just had. So now I've got the berserker, I'm throwing my mindbender out, and I'm catching up because of that rocket boot leak and that stun that got me behind. But as you can see, with these tactics and these talents, you can mess up a little bit. Which means also that if you don't have a super optimized challenge mode / proving ground set, you could still at least get your wave 30 title via the tactics. You just won't be able to mess up, or not as big. You definitely won't want to eat a 5-second stun. So here we go, we've got these ghosts down. We've got 1 more wave up, but I'm going to switch right here to Power Infusion. Like I said, I want to switch to Power Infusion as soon as I can, either before or after the 28th wave, because I want Power Infusion for the 29th wave. Now if you could do it after the 28th wave, it's a little bit better because you can use Twist of Fate on this wave, but sometimes this wave's a little slow and you don't have time to switch. So if you have that extra time and you're confident you could take out wave 29 without Twist of Fate, it's nice to get it done there and make sure you have it. This wave's not too hard. You Void Tendril the monkey, you dot up everything, and you go to town. You use the globules. This Banshee spawning in the middle almost always gets globuled unless you're unlucky, so it's pretty easy to kill. As you can see, everything just got melted. I've got plenty of time without Twist of Fate to just mess around, kite this orb. Mind you, this is only wave 29. Much later waves, if you were going for advanced tactics, you may want to risk other things. Anyway, if you had 2 berserkers up and you didn't have to oh shit one of them, you'd want to grab one right off the pull. Like I said, if you have 3 orbs, dump them immediately and Mind Blast as fast as you can to get that first orb back. If you do not have 3 orbs, then just dot and flay and Mind Blast until the shield comes down. Now like I said, if there were 2 berserkers up, you could grab one at the beginning. Even though he's taking 50% less damage, it's still better to get him as low as you can before the shield comes down. The berserkers last 30 seconds, the phase is a minute. You want to grab the second berserker, or the only berserker if you only had 1, when the clock hits 30 seconds. Once the clock hits 30 seconds, the berserker is going to last the rest of the fight. So don't wait till the shield comes down to grab the berserker. You want to grab the berserker at 30 seconds on the clock. Berserker will then be up when the shield comes down and for the rest of the fight. As soon as shield comes down, you're going to have 3 orbs in the bank. You're going to have Mind Bender ready to go. What you want to do is Power Infuse, Devouring Plague, Bender, reapply dots with your Berserker buff. So you've got Vampiric Touch, Shadow Word Pain, Devouring Plague, all up with Power Infusion and Berserker. You Mind Blasting and Bendering, and he melts. He will melt. And that's basically it, right there in a nutshell. Now this wave, give you a little more go-to on what's going on here. I'll always start off, there's 3 Amber Globules in a pile in the middle. I'll always pick one of them, and I'll get in the middle of that pile. The one I'm picking to kill, I'll silence off the pull. That way his gob won't come out, and I only have to dodge 2 of them, slash kite 2 of them. I'll keep getting them in the middle, use my Divine Stars on them while they're iced up. Does lots of damage. So those ads are pretty much going to get knocked out just by a couple globals of Divine Star while you spin most of your damage into those Amber dudes. So that right there is it though, guys. 30 wave title gets you the proven Assailant title for damage, and it's really not all that difficult. It will take you a few rounds to get used to each wave and learn, you know, how to implement your own personal play styles. But this should give you a good baseline to start. You know what talents a Shadow Priest like me is using, and you know they should work for you. But if they don't, you know, feel free to try some other stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you found a better strategy, I'd love to hear it, because I am going to want to go for some world top ranking waves later on in the tier. Alright guys, I'll catch you later. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you on my stream. Peace out.